Good morning, you beautiful person. So this video comes with a bit of a warning. It's got some hunting in it. I did exclude most of the gruesome scenes, but there is dead animals in it. So I just wanted to warn you against that. It's got some realities of the hunting thing in it. We've been moving our half moon swales, African smiles. We've been moving that to the township. So our plan is to find people that's already gardening a little bit and then help them and get Imps to build an African smile for them and help them plant at least one tree and then go like that. When Lisa was here, she said, well, at least they'll have a tree, you know, at least the tree will live and they'll have some food. And even some of the first projects that I've started, like, you know, back when I just started my YouTube channel, those trees are still alive, or there's still some of those trees alive, so that's quite nice. So Ims is building two in the video. We've dug now already the compost hole and the thing is moving to the outside, but this is not in the video yet. I think that's it. Let's jump in.
This is one of our African smile that I've put on my neighbor. I want to put a mango here. This a papaya.
So my father-in-law came to visit and he wanted to really hunt. So this is what's happening here. You can see the leg of the gemsbok there in the top right. We went hunting and so we went out, and it's an incredible nice family just about 40 kilometers out, and we got the gemsbok. And then as we were about to leave, as we were driving home, I spotted an eland and I said to them, wow, look at that eland, let's see how still he's standing. And then as he started walking away, we saw that he was lame. So this was us trying to then locate him so we can help him. He was caught in a snare. You can see how crazy beautiful this place is. And so we drove around where we thought he would be. We couldn't find him. And then luckily the farmer had quite a great drone. And so here he's zooming in 44% or 44 times. Just look at this. Coming up now. Almost, there you go. Look at that. Seeing that giraffe. The giraffe doesn't even know he's there. And so we spent about 20-30 minutes with the drone. We found the eland. He was able to chase it out of the bush. And then the next scene, this is what happened here. So this is the eland bull. Quickly want to show you the snare that it was rolled in. Very painful. So this is just us processing the meat, the whole family working together. For my family-in-law, it's almost a religious experience processing meat, or a very sacred experience working with meat. So this is it. After the meat processing, we came back to the farm. The guys had lunch. We gave them some of the meat that we processed. And so we're quickly gonna process our smelly drum. This is obviously very gross and stinky and smelly. I want to tell you, I heard a metaphor about this the other day. Now this is obviously something that will make Elaine Ingham turn in her grave. He was very much against inorganic teas, but this is a very cultural thing for many European countries, especially the Germans. They've got a drum like this. You can see the bubbles pumping up, so you can see this is. So anyway, so the metaphor that I had is this is about like a cow's stomach. You put in there green manure, green things, anything that you can eat from the bush. It gets eaten in here, it gets fermented, the nutrients get pulled out, and then that is what we feed to the plants. So this is basically a cow's stomach on the outside of a cow. Now, Elaine Ingram's biggest thing is the life inside of this is inorganic, and when it's smelly, that's sort of a rule of thumb to know that it's bad for you. That's sort of the rule of thumb. If something smells bad, then it's normally bad bacteria and things in there. Now, I'm not saying she's wrong, but what we do to counter that is we thin it out quite a lot. We take basically a liter like that and then put that into 20 liters of water, and then we apply that to the plants. So the bacteria immediately gets introduced into oxygen, most of them die out, and then the only thing that remains is the nutrients that's plant available, thinned out, mixed into the water, and that gets then introduced to the garden. I believe that it's going to have a very positive effect on the garden. This is the second giving of this barrel that we're giving the garden. Nothing died last week, and it seems like everything is much stronger now, so I'm very happy. Our first mix, a liter on 20 liters, I think is still too strong. Somebody said it should be the color of weak tea, so this is too strong. So what we're gonna do instead is we're just gonna put half a liter in 20 liters and see if we can't fix the color like that. I think that's gonna be, laat ek sien, let me see. Yeah, that much, I think that's enough. So last week we only took two, for each 20 liters, 2 liters for each 20 liters, but there was no manure in the mix. There is some cow manure in this mix, so to make sure it's not too strong, we are going to just put half. So Shelley just asked me, why are we mulching? Because I asked her, where is the plants, and we looked at the mulch, etc. And I asked her to hold her hand here and feel the temperature. And then I opened up here. Shelley, open up there for me quickly, like we were opening up now. I opened this pile of mulch for her, and I showed her, when was the last time we had rain? Look at all that life there. Smell it, feel it. It's completely different atmosphere below here than it is there. So this is probably the best way of introducing mulch to anybody, is to physically show them and have them feel the temperature difference between there and below the mulch. We constantly in a struggle to up our mulch game, constantly adding mulch, but we never get ahead. So for us it's a big thing, and it's important that people understand why we mulch, especially if we expect them to go produce this in their homes as well. So I'm having Shirley place more mulch, and then Lucas is spreading tea, and Johannes is bringing tea to the peach trees there in the back, and I'm the guy holding the hose. We've been busy for about an hour now, just about to end I think. So it takes, well, I could have been replaced by a tap, because I'm just standing here holding the hose pipe for the buckets. I could have been replaced by a tap, but we basically took an hour of work to tea this whole garden. And so if you take that into human hours, that's two human hours to tea the whole garden. And so I've just been switching from one bucket to another bucket. As soon as my one bucket is full, somebody's here, they put in another liter of juice, zombie juice, and then I fill it up. So it's a very simple process. Every now and then one of them can get to wait a couple of minutes while the bucket fills up, and they rest. And they've been also spreading all the mulch that was here. They've helped spread over the garden there. So we've been working to go over to the bucket system instead of bins. And this bin, we've got Spar on board now. They're slowly moving across. As well as we can buy more buckets, they will add things into more buckets. I've weighed a bucket full of food, weighs 18 kilograms, and so I've spoke to the interwebs and asked them for each different pen how many buckets of food we should give in the morning and how many we should give at night. I think this will be a more sustainable way, and a way that we have a planning system to know exactly how many buckets of food should we give, for instance, to these 12 pigs, so they don't lose weight and that you don't give too much. How many buckets of food should we give to these 2 grown pigs, so they don't lose weight and they don't lose sleep. Spoken to the interwebs about horse manure, and so it doesn't really add any nutrition, but we'll still use the pigs as a composting system. They will most likely not eat all of it. Most likely not eat most of it if we feed them enough of other food. But they'll use it as a deep litter system that can then be composted. And a way to turn it and do it like that. So that's our new plan for our pigs. We have a renewed effort going in here. Last week we were running low on cash, and my wife said, oh, you know what should we do? I said, let's walk to the piggy bank. And so we walked to the piggy bank and we selected some to harvest. And so it's wonderful to have some things that you can get rid of once the cash runs a little bit low. This week things are going great again. But I think seeing the pigs as a piggy bank is quite a cool breakthrough for me. Not just seeing it as animals to be taken care of, but actually as an asset that can be liquidated if we run out of, if the reserves run low a little bit. It does happen sometimes. I was really scared that I wasn't going to finish my video today, but thank you so much for watching it. Let me show you Lily. Lily is just waiting for her mom to return so she can drink. She walks in the house camp and then her mom walks next door. Hello Lily, silly Billy. And well, we've had people asking us to buy them. Obviously they're not going anywhere. Thank you to all the wonderful people that's always supporting me. I really do appreciate it. And please watch another video, leave a comment. I really love those. Have a wonderful day and see you hopefully tomorrow.